We are now called together, called by bell and bird, called by grass and clouds, called by the beat of our hearts, to join again the living tradition we share, to answer again the call to reason and curiosity. Today, with the bell ringing from Bongyangsa Temple in the Gangnam district of Seoul, Korea, and the meadowlark singing in the meadows of the Americas, let us remember the fifth of our tradition's sources, humanist teachings which counsel us to heed the guidance of reason and the results of science, and warn us against idolatries of the mind and spirit.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Unitarian Universalist Congregation at White Plains, New York, on the ancestral and unceded land of the Lenape Nation. I'm Adam Kent, music director for this congregation.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Stevie Carmody, one of the affiliated community ministers to this congregation, and I'll be standing in for Kate and Kim, who we hope will feel better soon.
And we're delighted to have you with us this year. I'm Tracy Brenneman, the congregation's religious educator. Welcome to this home of liberal religion. Here we affirm that it's a blessing you were born.
It matters what you do.
And your experience of the divine is true.
And say it with me, you don't have to go it alone.
It's the 12th Sunday of autumn, signified by the 12 oil lights besides our chalice. The cold moon was full on Wednesday evening and now is waning gibbous.
On the Christian calendar, today is the third Sunday of Advent, the 4 Sundays before Christmas, a season of preparation and anticipation. In some traditions, the 4 themes of Advent are hope, peace, joy, and love. This third Sunday of Advent, the theme is joy.
We give a special welcome to our visitors. If you're new today and are comfortable being recognized, please wave a hand so we can welcome you.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
If you are new here today online, please introduce yourself in the chat.
Now, those online can find a link to the order of service at our website, cuucwp.org. For December, our Share the Plate funds go to the Coachman Family Centers in White Plains, which provides housing and services to local families in need. You may place a check in the collection tray or use the donate button on our website to contribute online to the plate share, to your pledge, and to the minister's discretionary fund.
If you have a joy, sorrow, or milestone you'd like to share, you may write it in our Joys and Sorrows book on the table to my right. For those of you at home on Zoom, please enter yours in the chat and make the first word joy, sorrow, or milestone so that I'll know which chat entries are meant for me to speak aloud.
And now announcements. Now through Sunday, December 18th, we are collecting money to buy gift cards for the Coachman Family Center. Look for the table in the lobby. After worship today in the sanctuary, we will deck the halls with holiday decorations.
In Fellowship Hall, you can exchange the cookies you've all brought. In Classroom 43, new families can attend a religious education information session with Tracy. And outside, you can buy a pine wreath for home. Then, at noon, in the fireside area, we host a social justice book fair full of great holiday gifts.
Today is the last day to donate to our gently used toys and stuffed animal drive, and our mitten tree is ready for your donations of gloves, hats, scarves for all ages, as well as socks and underwear for local shelters.
Tomorrow, Monday, December 12th, from 10 to 2, our Meals for Hope cooking will be in the kitchen, as they are each week, preparing meals to feed our neighbors. Helping hands are always welcome.
And tomorrow evening at 7:30 on Zoom, our Racial Justice / In the Spirit of Truth team invites everyone to an online discussion about the recent New York Times column by James Bowie, How a Still Segregated Country Holds Us All Back.
Next Sunday is our bake sale fundraiser to support Meals for Hope. Volunteer bakers are needed on Friday and Saturday.
Please do read our weekly eCommunitarian newsletter for more details and lots of other, exciting goings-on at our congregation.
And if you are interested in becoming a member of CUUC, please speak to our minister, Reverend Meredith Garman, or contact the office to make an appointment. And now, special message from Joe Majak about the upcoming Jubilee 3 workshop.
Good morning. My name is Joe Majak. Our family has been part of the Community Unitarian Universalist Congregation at White Plains since 1988. You are invited to participate in the 2023 Martin Luther King Jubilee 3 Anti-Racism Workshop. It is designed to deliver shared learning about the basic concepts of individual and systemic racism. I participated in an online Jubilee 3 in March 2021 with the same 3 outstanding moderators. I became interested in Jubilee 3 because I was curious about how to deepen my understanding of how race and ethnicity play out in our institutions and in my daily life. I was also thinking about how to take on a larger role to respond to the challenge of the 8th principle to actively dismantle racism and other oppressions in myself and our institutions. In Jubilee 3, nobody is asking you to work outside of your comfort zone and be something that is not your true self. Jubilee 3 is not aimed at changing who you are. It is aimed at informing you and leaving you with choices on how you might move forward from here. It's all up to you. I found that Jubilee 3 helped me to expand my comfort zone and not work outside of it. Jubilee 3 gave me the confidence and inspiration necessary to choose. For me to choose the next steps of anti-racism work that felt just right for me. Over a weekend, intimidating terminology and fear-inspiring concepts lost their emotional punch as the moderators led us through exercises and small group discussions. So whether this is your first step into anti-racism learning or another chapter added to prior anti-racism experiences, Jubilee 3 is designed to help to expand your knowledge and how you think about your role in anti-racism work. I certainly left the workshop feeling far more confident and better armed to handle situations involving explicit or implicit racism and not cause harm to others or embarrass the living daylights out of myself. If I had to boil down the main goal of Jubilee 3 to just one simple sentence, it would sound like this: to develop a shared understanding of the terminology and fundamental principles associated with racism and discrimination, creating a confident foundation for discussions with others. Jubilee 3 offers a safe environment to explore basic concepts like stereotypes, microaggressions, and the distinction between intent versus impact and how we communicate with each other. For me, the Jubilee 3 workshop was much more than an academic exploration into a very hot topic. Spiritual overtones, compassion and kindness ran through the Jubilee 3 from start to finish. This spirituality instilled hope and faith necessary to put my newfound knowledge to work and find the right role for me in helping to build the beloved community we covenant to achieve. So please join us for Jubilee 3 in January 2023. I hope it has the same uplifting impact on you that it had on me. It was a super booster over one short weekend, and it worked for me. Oh, and by the way, as of October 26, 230 congregations have adopted the eighth principle. This congregation was number 26. The first adoption was in May 2017. So thank you very much.
One thing Emerson did in his divinity school address was criticize the style of preaching of his day. And because it's a style liable to creep into any era, Emerson's words on this point are taught to every Unitarian ministerial student to this day. Through Emerson, we are given to understand that to be called to ministry means being called to deal out to the people our lives, passed through the fire of thought. In this famous passage in the Divinity School Address, Emerson describes attending a Unitarian service. Emerson said, "A snowstorm was falling around us. The snowstorm was real, the preacher merely spectral. And the eye felt the sad contrast in looking at him, and then out the window behind him into the beautiful meteor of the snow. He had lived in vain. He had no one word intimating that he had laughed or wept, was married or in love, had been commended or cheated or chagrined. If he had ever lived and acted, we were none the wiser for it. The capital secret of his profession, namely, to convert life into truth, he had not learned. Not one fact in all his experience had he yet imported into his doctrine. This man had plowed and planted and talked and bought and sold. He had read books, he had eaten and drunken. His head aches, his heart throbs, he smiles and suffers. Yet there was not a surmise, a hint in all the discourse that he had ever lived at all. Not a line did he draw out of real history. The true preacher can be known by this, that he deals out to the people his life passed through the fire of thought."
Now, if you haven't yet, I invite you to please take a moment to silence your phones. Then, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, number 223 in the gray hymnal, Rock of Ages. This is not the Def Leppard song from the 80s, but rather the hymn written by Reformed Anglican minister Augustus Toplady in 1763, just so you are not confused. Those of you with us on Zoom can find the lyrics beginning on page 5 of the online order of service, linked in your worship reminder email and on our website, cucwp.org. Rock of Ages.
guys are tall. Okay. I'm Imelda Cruz Avejan, and I'm here with my husband.
Anthony O'Brien.
And our daughter is currently with Miss Diane. She did want to hang out with her friends instead of joining us today, but that's okay. We shall continue onward anyway. I am the current RE chair, and we just wanted to say hello and just kind of talk a little bit about how much we enjoy RE, and we hope that you also have enjoyed and experienced RE as much as we have. Currently, we have actually had a really amazing week. Aria just had her 6th birthday yesterday, and Anthony had his 29th birthday 2 days ago. So we are in the season of major celebrations. And so we hope that you are enjoying this holiday season as much as we are. Today, we will be lighting the chalice. On this 12th Sunday of the season, we dedicate our chalice to the 5th source of the living tradition we share.
Humanist teachings which counsel us to heed the guidance of reason and the results of science and warn us against the idolatries of mind and spirit. We invite those online to light a chalice or candle at home, and anyone in the sanctuary activity area to light the chalices there.
Please join with me in the unison chalice lighting words from Hannah Sanesh in your order of service and on the screen. Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame. Blessed is the flame that burns in the heart's secret places. Blessed is the heart that burns for justice and peace. Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame. Thank you.
Please join us for our sung invocation. We would be one. We would be one, as now we join in singing our hymn of love, to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. We would be one in living for each other, to show to all a new community.
This is the moment in our service when we invite you to greet each other. And this morning we'll use the words we'll greet with, peace be unto you, and the response is, and also to you.
Good morning. I'm Creighton Cray, and Adam, Kent, and I are going to play a duet by Norman Dello Gioio. He's a composer born in 1913 and died in 2008. He's American and composed for over 50 years. He won a Pulitzer Prize in 1957. Adam and I will play one of his duets called O Come All Ye Faithful for four hands from his work Christmas Music. Once again, Adam and I will work to seek order out of chaos of tangled fingers, colliding hands, and peddling turf wars. And I want to thank Adam for all his coaching and patience with me.
Good morning. I'm Enid Press, and I'm so thrilled that my daughters are here over on the side with me today, and thrilled to see all of you. I am going to play an improvisation based on whatever comes to mind today. My husband, Gary, is not here today because he's a coordinator for Tuba Christmas at Rockefeller Center, and so he's there with hundreds of tuba players right now. So.
We bring our whole selves to this place, and here we find comfort, here we find community. Please join me in observing a moment of silence.
And would you join me in our responsive hymn number 1010 in the Teal hymnals, We Give Thanks. We give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. The living tradition we share draws on humanist teachings which counsel us to heed the guidance of reason and the results of science and warn us against idolatries of the mind and spirit. So let the offering be gratefully given and gratefully received.
George Frederick Handel's a British-German composer born in 1685 and died in 1759. I'm going to play a piece from his last movement, Handel's Suite Number 5 in E major, that was written for harpsichord, actually, called The Harmonious Blacksmith. It's a fun, joyful piece, and I hope you enjoy it.
right, good morning. Oh Holy Night is a Christmas classic with a beautiful melody. Today, I will be singing alternative lyrics that were recorded by members of Shoreline Unitarian Universalist Church in Madison, Connecticut for their 2020 Christmas Eve online service. These lyrics, inspired by activist singer-songwriter Holly Near, include "Rise from our knees and hear the people's voices. Let peace be born." Long has lain the
Thank you, choir. Would you please now rise in body or in spirit and sing together our hymn number 221 from the gray hymnal, Light One Candle, number 221.
Good morning, everyone. This song is Heaven Help Us All by Mr. Stevie Wonder. Hope I do all right today. Heaven help the child who never had a home. Heaven help the gal who walks the streets alone. Heaven help the roses if the bombs begin to fall. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help the black man if he struggles one more day. Heaven help the white man who turns his back away. Heaven help the man who kicks the man who has to crawl. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Oh, heaven help us all. Oh, heaven help us Oh, say, hear my call when we fall. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help the boy who won't reach 21. Heaven help the man that gave that boy a gun. Heaven help the people with their backs against the wall. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Say, hear my call when we fall. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Now lay me down before I go to sleep, and I pray the Lord to take my soul and keep hatred from the mighty and the mighty from the small. Say, oh, heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Say, hear my call when we fall. Say, oh, heaven help us all.
Today's practice pointer is from Just One Thing by clinical psychologist Rick Hansen. Be for yourself. To take any steps toward your own well-being, you've got to be on your own side, not against others, but for yourself. Maybe you were raised to think you didn't count as much as other people. Maybe when you've tried to stick up for yourself, you've been blocked or knocked down. Maybe deep down you feel you don't deserve to be happy. Think about what it's like to be a good friend to someone. Then ask, am I that kind of friend to myself? So, several times a day, ask yourself, am I on my own side here? Good times to do this. If you feel bad, sad, hurt, worried, disappointed, mistreated, frustrated, stressed, or irritated. If someone is pushing you to do something. If you know you should do something for your own benefit, but you're not doing it, like asserting yourself with someone, looking for a new job, or quitting smoking. Bring to mind the feeling of being with someone who cares about you, what it feels like to be for someone. Let your body shift into a posture of support and advocacy, perhaps sitting or standing a little more erect, chest coming up a bit, eyes more intent. You're strengthening the experience of being for someone by drawing on embodied cognition, on the sensory motor systems in your brain that underlie and shape your thoughts and feelings. Being for yourself simply means that you care about yourself. Your experience matters. When you take good care of yourself, then you have more to offer others, from the people close to you to the whole world. For more details, please see the post at cucmatters.org.
Thank you for being with us this morning. Please join me in gratitude for our worship team, all of our incredible musicians, greeters, ushers, and tech team.
We invite those with us here in the sanctuary to stay for coffee, refreshments, cookies, exchange in Fellowship Hall. Parents, please pick up your children from childcare beforehand.
Please remember to place your name tag in the basket in the lobby when you leave today. Don't be like me. This is like my 5th one already.
Those with us on Zoom can log out of this space after the service ends and log into our virtual coffee hour Zoom room. The link is in our website and will be posted in the chat.
And real quick, before we extinguish the chalice here, I did want to just mention, it's snowing. If anyone else is like super excited about that, it is really beautiful. Just really exciting news. As we extinguish the chalice here, those at home are invited to extinguish their chalices. Now please join us in saying the chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish this chalice and carry with us the flame of reason to shine with us always against every idolatry. Thanks.
Johann Sebastian Bach once said, at least according to my childhood piano teacher, that music is a gift from God to be given back. A gift from God to be given back. No matter our theological position, may the music that has filled our souls hearten us in our journeys this week. May the spirit of harmony and co-creation inspire us towards care and kindness, and may it help us remain in wonder of this creation we call home. Go in peace. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
For this last piece, Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, I chose this piece because this arrangement has some beautiful harmonies. Listen for that F major 11 sharp 13 chord, if I can get it. And but also you know the words. This is a classic written in 1946, and Nat King Cole just set it in stone to be luscious. And what you might not know about the words is that they're bouncing off of each other from warmth to cold, and right off the bat, chestnuts roasting. You get all your senses. We have snow outside, and it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.